Hey there, welcome to VCode's 100 Days of Coding Challenge. Today is day 16 and let's see the question number 1. So the question is, create a Java program that demonstrates the usage of throw, throws and finally keywords. We need to implement a method that throws a custom exception and handles it using the throws declaration. Include a finally block for cleanup actions. So today we are going to see a new keyword which is finally, and that is also included in the exception handling. So the description is given: write a Java program with a method that uses throw to deliberately throw a custom exception. Handle the exception using a throws declaration in the method signature. Implement a finally block to showcase cleanup actions. So the input format, so there is no particular input format for this question, and the output must be, we need to print appropriate messages indicating the flow of program and any exception messages. So we need to have at least one throw statement and handle at least one custom exception. So the output is like we are showing which exception is thrown and how it is handled, and then the finally block it is executed. So we need to show that it is executed. So let's quickly write the code. So the file is already created here, day 16. So what is finally keyword here? So we have seen try and we have seen catch. Try, so whatever is written try, so that statements will be implemented, and then if there is a possibility or if there is an exception, then the catch block will be handling it. But even though if there is an exception or not, whatever statements are present inside finally will be executed for sure. So now it's time for us to create our custom exception. I'll create a class for that. So we have already seen how to do this. So custom exception extends the exception, and in this I'm going to create a method. So static void, I will name it as custom, so let it be a constructor, so it's not a method. So custom exception, and I will print a message whenever the instance is created that this is let me name it as custom exception occurred. So here it shouldn't be static, and I will write public because this is a constructor. So now our custom exception is created. So let us so I will write here another method inside this. So let me name it as public static void raise exception. So here I'm going to write try catch, try block, catch block, and even the finally block. So in the try block, what I'll do is I will throw this custom exception. So this, so I will use the keyword called throw, which will throw the exception explicitly. Even though there is no exception, we are just saying that there is an exception. So throw new custom exception. So here I have created an instance of this class, which is custom exception. And now I will catch that exception, so which is custom exception and E, and I will print that so custom exception caught. And finally I will write finally block, where I will write a print statement, finally block executed. So even though there is exception or not, but this finally block will be implemented for sure. So now here we have to write actually, so throws custom exception. So this indicates that there is a possibility that this code may throw the custom exception. So we have to write like this. And now in the main method, I'm just directly going to call the raise exception method. So this I can print here E also, and then what we have to write, so let us see. So you can see here I have called this method here, and here we need to show that it throws the custom exception. So this method I have written, which is raise exception, to throw the exception. So here it is not needed, but this method actually the exception is rising. So here we need to show that the code inside this block will be leading for an exception to arise. So that's it, the code is done. So let's run and check the file. So firstly, let us compile the file javac day16.java and java day16. So you can see the exception occurred and then it was exception was caught. So you can see firstly whenever the exception was a new instance was created for that custom class, then we have printed custom exception occurred, and then when it was caught we had printed custom exception caught. And what is that E? It is custom exception, so we can give some space here. And finally block executed. So even though the custom exception was caught, this part was definitely implemented. So that's the use of throws, and finally keywords, so that we have seen in this video. Do follow the 100 days of coding challenge by VIT-AP. Thank you for watching.